What's going on, everyone? It's Brandon with JACOJE Fine Jewelry, your personal jeweler. Alex Orozco wanted to know, since the FRANCO is your favorite chain, why don't you have one as your daily chain? Those are fighting words right there. No one comes on this channel and questions me regarding the FRANCO chain. That is the grail of all chains, but I love it. I've never been more motivated to do a video. He asked that last night. Here I am today making this video because I feel like it'll really help some people out, because I'm going to talk about kind of everything regarding a daily chain and kind of the budget and everything. So with that being said, let's get started. Now, I really love the FRANCO chain. It is my favorite chain. I feel like of all the categories you want in a nice product and a nice chain, it checks off pretty much every box, and that's tough to do. Nothing in this world is perfect. You can only try to get near perfect, and that is the FRANCO chain. Most chains I sell are the same. For some reason, I love the weight and just the FRANCO. I just love that chain. Now, the big question is, why don't I wear it every day? Now, I want to make this video for this main point right here, is to relate. Now, I got this, my white gold 5.5 flat curve 22-inch when I was 19 years old. It was a gift to me. There's no way I could afford a chain of that weight at that age. So my parents gave it to me. I was growing up, I was just an adult. They wanted to just get me some gold, something that'll last forever. It was a great gift, honestly. I really do believe in giving family members or important gifts gold, because it's one really only thing that'll last. Now, I'm a broad shoulder kind of guy. I've always been. So the gram weight that they wanted to was around what this weighed. If you compared like a 3mm FRANCO, it's a lot thinner and the gram weight's near the same. I'll put some footage of me wearing a 3mm 22-inch. You guys take a look and see for yourself. So that was the major point there with going with the flat curve, is they wanted a wider look, and never taken this off for 10 years. It is still standing. I've never rhodium, I've never polished, cleaned it. This is how it is, and in the sun, it still shines and glistens like day one. So very high quality, but that is a main factor as to why I wear this chain right here. Now, I know some of you are sitting there thinking, Brain, you are JACOJE, you are the gold chain king, the professor dropping this knowledge on us. Why don't you just add some 4mm FRANCOs, some 5mm FRANCOs to your setup and switch these out? Now, the reason why I love gold chains and why I do it, the passion behind the product, is that sentimental value, and that is with these gold chains, especially with this white gold chain. Honestly, guys, you could size up. You could say, here, I'll give you a 12mm Miami Cuban link, whatever length you want. Trade me for that white gold flat curve, and I would reject it. Tell you to take a hike. There's no way. I really believe, and I know this sounds weird or crazy, some of you guys I know will agree, is this white gold, this flat curve has carried everything since it's been on me. All the negative, the good times, the bad times, the so-so times. I'm bonded with this chain, and I would not give it up for any chain. It doesn't matter. I really feel this chain is my chain. Anything I have, cars, anything I have, I love this chain the most, and it'll always be like that. To me, this thing is worth $1 million just because it stuck with me through all the good times, bad times, the working on the ranch, doing whatever I had to do. This chain was on me, and it's still shining. I haven't rhodium polished this thing at all for 10 years. People ask about durability, lobster class, this and that. It's still on me. Swim every single day, twice a day in the summer. I'm from Palm Desert, where we have a pool. The summer, the heat in the summer is 110 degrees. All there is to do is swim in a chlorine pool. So again, it's still there, and that is the big reason as to why I stick with this setup right here, to keep it simple, classy, and there's just no changes. There's no swapping it out. I love FRANCOs, but to me, having this white gold chain as my everyday chain and having it look right on me is worth more than a FRANCO chain. Now, when we're talking everyday chain, that is a chain you never take off. You wear it every single day. If you take it off to sleep or at the gym, that's something different. But to me, everyday chain is something that's always on you. Now, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I gotta show you guys, 5mm 26-inch FRANCO. If this was my everyday and I'm just walking down the street at the grocery store or whatever, it just does not look good. For the amount of weight this FRANCO possesses, it looks sloppy. To me, this is a bad wear. I would never do it. If I'm going, like this weekend, I'm going out to a nice restaurant, I tuck these. I like to see on the side, I like to see that chain. That is a very underrated part of wearing gold chains. But this on a black shirt, you know, this looks really nice. But again, not every day. It doesn't mean just because I'm on the videos and you just see the flat curves, doesn't mean I don't own thicker Francos. I do. I just pick and choose and wear them. This Franco, maybe twice a month I'll wear, because that's, again, only special occasions. But most of the time, you got to understand, I deal with jewelry all day. Sometimes, you know, wearing the bracelets or whatever, or the big chains, is not something I really want to do. I kind of want to just always be relaxed mode, especially when I'm working on the weekends or a different event. It's nice to, you know, wear a nice gold chain like this Franco. But again, one more time, that's just a sloppy look. So I keep it classy with just the flat curves for my everyday. That way I always have something, and I don't even notice these anymore when I wear them. Half the time I don't know if they're in or, you know, they're out. So, but again, very nice. This is what the Franco chain does for you, this classy look right here. And the very last reason is the flat curves just fit my personality, fit who I am. I feel like this chain is a type of chain for me. I like to have nice things. I like to show gold because obviously I'm obsessed with gold, but I'm not a flashy person at all. I'm more subtle. And so it really depends. I just don't feel like wearing a Franco all the time works for me. You can't really see it in this. Maybe you can, I just can't see it, but you could see the indentation from this Franco under the shirt. That's something that I'm not too crazy about either. When I wear my flat curves, it's directly on the skin, and that's why I would pick, for me personally, I'd pick the flat curves over a Miami Cuban link, because when I wear it under the shirt, it doesn't show that much because it's flat, obviously. So for every day, I like to show people all the time. I was picking up food at takeout, and the guy that was getting my food was like, hey, nice chains. And to me, this is like the most simple look for me, but it stands out to most people that don't really see or like chains. It's just a lot of gold. All the time, people are like, oh, you're Mr. T or whatever because of the gold chains. But again, for the everyday look, this matches me, and I think that's a big thing. People ask me, hey, I'm debating between this chain, that chain. It really depends on your type. Do you want to show? Do you want to be flashy? Or do you want something simple? And then from there, you can narrow it down. Simple would be like the flat, like the Mariners, the Figaros, the flat curves, concaves. Miamis are kind of borderline because they are thick, like a Franco or rope would be. So it just depends on your personality type and what chain you want to go with. And that's why I'm just an email or a DM away. You got to reach out to me if you want to talk chains or need advice. Thank you guys for watching. I really had a fun time making this video. It's just, when I got that question asked, it was just such a passionate feeling. So I hope you enjoyed. Please like that video, smash that like button. Thank you for watching, and we will see you on our next jewelry video.